This episode of Soldier Knows Best is brought to you by Audible.com. Hey, what's up guys, Soldier Knows Best here about to give you my review of the Otterbox iPad 2 Defender case. And this is one of the most rugged cases that comes from Otterbox. It makes a lot of good cases for iPhones and cell phones and other tablets out there. But this provides multi-layer support for your iPad 2 to help protect it against some normal drops and falls and things of that nature. We're just going to first take a look at the case itself and how it's broken down. So it's made out of 4 individual pieces. So once you take it out of the box, you have to actually break the case down. And then you start putting the iPad 2 in the case piece by piece by piece. Now, one of the main things that's going to protect the iPad 2 if you drop it directly on his back is this piece right here that has some foam material in the inside of it. And you can see here as I press my finger down, it kind of remembers my finger for about a second or two. And again, this is going to really provide some nice added support, especially for the drops on the iPad 2 on his back. Now, one of the last pieces of the case is the silicone backing, which is going to be the first layer of defense if you're going to be dropping the iPad 2. And you're going to have to actually make sure this is a nice tight seal around the iPad 2, and basically go through with your fingers and pinching in, piece by piece by piece, which this is a little bit tedious, but once you get it in there, you should have a nice tight seal. And once you finally do get this piece on the case itself, you'll still find that you'll be able to use all the buttons on the iPad 2, from the mute/rotation lock switch, the volume buttons, and the power button, and also the headphone jack will be protected from any type of elements or any type of drops and falls as well. But the couple things that aren't going to be fully protected is going to be the camera itself, on the rear facing camera on the iPad 2, and also the speaker grill is still exposed. So I wouldn't recommend just walking out in the rain with this iPad 2 in this case, because that grill will still be able to take some type of water damage just in case that may happen. Now, this case itself also does protect the screen of the iPad 2. So when your iPad 2 is not in use, you can slap down this cover right on top of it, and it'll be protecting the front of the iPad 2. But also, too, it doubles as a stand as well. So once you take this little cover off, you'll be able to set your iPad 2 in a couple different viewing angles. One is going to be perfect for watching a movie, and the other is going to be perfect for typing right there in this case as well. So that's a nice little added benefit. Now I'm about to do some drop tests to see exactly what type of damage this Otterbox case can withstand. So what I'm doing is going to be standing straight up, and I'm going to be dropping the iPad 2 while it's in this case on some carpet, on the grass, and also the concrete. And so I'm about 6'1", and I guess I'll be dropping it from about 4 feet or so, 4 or 5 feet off of the ground. And as you can see from these tests, as I drop it, I take the iPad 2 out of the case, and it's still just fine. And so the case does get a little scratched up when I drop it on the concrete, but it's just fine. It is able to withstand this punishment. And I also drop it on the back of the iPad 2 and the front of the iPad 2 with the case itself, and the result was just the same. So the case does really do a good job as far as accidental drops. Alright, so my final verdict on this case is that it does a really good job at protecting your iPad 2 from accidental drops and falls and just normal wear and tear. And I think it's not going to be able to withstand extreme punishment, but I think it'll be great for, especially if you're going to be giving your kids an iPad 2, you don't want them to break it easily, put it into this case, you may be able to sleep a little bit easier at night. Well, sometimes they always find a way to break it. I know I did. But anyway, another thing I would like to see improve with this case is just that I don't like to having 4 or 5 pieces that I need to assemble to actually use a case. I like to be able to make it maybe like a 2-piece case, slap it in or slide it in, and then boom, you're ready to go. Just in case you may be in a rush, you want to put this case on. But also too, the case could be a little bit refined, a little bit as far as some of the silicone doesn't always fit perfectly around the edges of the iPad 2 case. But also one of the benefits though that you do get with the case, you do get a screen protector as well, which I didn't show in this video. But it's a screen protector that goes slides right on top of the iPad 2, not slides, but slaps right on top of the iPad 2 to protect it from scratches and things like that. Now, another one of the things I would like to see improve with the case is just the price tag itself. It's $90 for this whole thing. I want to see this thing maybe come down 10 to 15 bucks. But it'll be at your discretion to see whether it's worth the price or not. But I think this case again does a really good job, and it does its job at again protecting it from falls and drops that you may be doing accidentally while holding your iPad 2. But anyway, guys, before we head out of here, let's go ahead and take one last look at our sponsor for this video, and that is Audible. Audible.com is the leading provider of downloadable digital audiobooks and spoken word entertainment. Audible has over 75,000 titles to choose from to be downloaded to your iPod or MP3 player and played back anywhere, anytime. Choose from books in every genre, including science fiction, thrillers, drama, comedy, business, history, and more. Go to audiblepodcast.com/soldier to get a free audiobook download of your choice when you sign up today. Again, go to audiblepodcast.com/soldier for your free audiobook. Alright guys, well thanks for watching this video again, and like always, please leave a comment down below about what you think about this video and the product. Will it be something that you'll be getting? And I know some of you out there actually have this case already. Let us know what you think down below. And thanks for watching guys, and I will catch you later. Peace.